AtomicAgent's version 2 is here, and it's a big one. Cleaner imports, better type safety, proper streaming support, and a completely reorganized module structure. Let's go through every major change. The most visible change is the import restructuring. The lib directory has been completely eliminated from all import paths. In version 1, your imports looked like this: deep nested paths through lib.base and lib.components. Functional, but verbose. In version 2, all of this collapses into clean, flat imports. Core classes come straight from the main package. Context components have their own module. Everything is shorter and more intuitive. Here's the quick find and replace cheat sheet. These 4 patterns will handle most of your import migration automatically. Along with the import changes, several core classes have been renamed for clarity. BaseAgent becomes AtomicAgent, BaseAgent config becomes just AgentConfig, AgentMemory is now ChatHistory, which better describes what it actually does, and the unwieldy system prompt context provider Base is now the much cleaner Base dynamic context provider. Now for the biggest architectural change. Agents and tools now use generic type parameters for their input and output schemas. This is a breaking change, but it makes your code significantly more type-safe. In version 1, you passed schemas inside the config object. The input schema and output schema were just attributes sitting in the configuration. In version 2, schemas move to type parameters on the class itself. This means your IDE and type checker can verify that you're passing the right data in and getting the right data out. Also notice that temperature and max tokens are now grouped under model API parameters. The same pattern applies to tools. In version 1, you set input schema and output schema as class attributes. In version 2, those become type parameters on the class. No more class attributes for schemas. Cleaner, and your type checker will catch mismatches at development time instead of runtime. Streaming and async support got a complete overhaul. In version 1, the API was confusing. Run async was actually a streaming generator. Version 2 separates these concerns cleanly. Here's the new method matrix. For synchronous code, run gives you a complete response, and the new runStream method gives you a generator. For async, run async now returns a complete response instead of streaming, and the new run async stream gives you an async generator. Here's what the streaming code looks like in practice. Both sync and async now have clear, separate methods. The MCP integration, Model Context Protocol, also got significant upgrades. There's a new HTTP stream transport type, which is now the default, and MCP tools now have both sync and async entry points. The import path moved from lib.factories to connectors.mcp. The default transport changed from SSC to HTTP stream, and every MCP tool now exposes an arun method for async execution alongside the regular run. The overall module structure has been reorganized. Here's how every major package maps from the old layout to the new one. And finally, here's the complete quick reference table. Everything you need to know about what changed at a glance. Save this slide. It covers every single renamed class, every changed method, and every configuration change from version 1 to version 2. That's everything major in AtomicAgent's version 2. Cleaner imports, better type safety with generics, proper streaming separation, and a more logical module structure. Check out the upgrade doc on GitHub for the full migration guide with detailed examples. Thanks for watching.